your girl, Taurus Takeover, here to do what does your soul needs to hear for my Capricorns born in the month of January. I have already pulled your cards because I'm trying to save on time, okay? And it gives me a little bit of time to actually study the cards versus just trying to go through and keep the time short. And, I don't want to leave out any messages. So let's get right to it, Capricorns. What your soul needs to hear. The card I pulled for you guys is that you need to, there you go, recognize your first thought. Okay? So today's lesson, this is a day of intuitive practice where you acknowledge that your first thought is your best thought and usually corresponds to your clearest intuitive voice. Your goal, pay attention to your intuition. Okay, so, I always look at the pictures and I just get the vibe from it. So this is a person so Capricorn, you may be all in your head. You may be all in your head trying to decide if the decisions you make is the right decision. And because you're in your head, you're probably being indecisive. Because you want to make sure you make the correct decision. But this is telling you that your first thought is probably your best thought. Okay? So what's been going on with you, Capricorn? You may have not been as balanced. For some of you, you may not have been as fair in dealing with people. I also get the feeling that you have been holding on to your thoughts and your words. Like you may be thinking things, but you're not letting it out. You're just kind of keeping it to yourself. You're not just telling it like it is. And that's because, you got the Justice in reverse. Honestly, your first three cards was in the reverse. So this let me know you're operating on a lower vibration than you could be. So there could be a Libra in your environment. Doesn't have to be. There could always also be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries in your environment. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, these people could be in your environment, or you could just be taking on this energy. Again, it may be a lower energy because I also got the Queen of Wands in reverse. This tells me that you are maybe not using your spirituality like you should. You may not be using, there may be things in your life that could be benefiting you, but you're not using them to your best advantage where you can benefit the most. I also have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay. This tells me that this goes back to you. Maybe some things you're probably, this queen can use, she can cut people up with her words. She know the truth. Before she hear it, she'll let you speak it. But, she has no problem with saying how she feel and what she think. Because yours in reverse, it tells me that you probably haven't just been letting off how you feel lately. Whether it's through, telling them what you feel or, saying what you think about things. You have not been opening up. So what should you do? What should you do? What's going on? All right, I see a lot of spiritual cards here. I'm going to just go ahead and say it. You need to hold on to your spirituality. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that scream spirituality. So you should be holding on to your spirituality. You may be being watched. This does not necessarily mean it could be something creepy being watched, but you could be being watched from afar. You could also be going through some type of cycle that you're dealing with in your life, and you may not be fully open about it. You may be like, tell a little bit of truth about what you're going through or your situation or even your ideas or thoughts. Even if it's about business, family, or even your emotions or whatever. But it's some things that you're keeping to yourself. Okay? You need to balance your emotions. You need to stay cool, calm at all times. There are things that happen in your life, but there's a way of balancing your emotions with what's really going on. And when you balance your emotions, when you get in touch with that spirituality, it can just take you to higher heights, just a higher level than you're already operating on. I see the 10 of Wands here. This was an advice card I pulled for you. What's the advice for you? And this tells me that you may be holding on to a lot. You may be dealing with a lot. You may be feeling like you're holding things down by yourself. And it may be a burden to you. But this is an advice card. So this tells me you need to continue holding it down, because, you know, if you continue to do this with mastery, whatever this thing you are doing, you could, you know, really succeed because you're working hard towards your goal. Another thing spiritually it shows me is that when you learn the lessons, all the spiritual lessons you need to learn, you could just move forward. You can move to where you really want to be in a whole nother realm. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, location-wise, okay? But it is, yes, it's going to take some work. You may feel like you're doing it alone. You may be doing it alone. Ain't no feeling in it, right? Because I don't see none of these cards that got other people in it. It's all solo cards here. But you can do it. I'm showing that you've been doing it. You've been holding on to a lot of things. But going back to the beginning, what your soul needs to hear, you need to recognize that your first thought is your best thought. So make the decisions that you need to make and just move forward with them. Because I see peace, I see calm, I see that you can go to a whole nother realm higher, whether you're trying to get to another higher realm in your business, spiritually, whatever you're trying to do or work on, you can get there. You can get to a new level, okay? But you got to trust your thought process. You got to be decisive. And you got to tap into your spirituality, whatever that means to you. Everybody's different. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. If you're not spiritual at all and you're like, I don't even know where to start with meditating. What is meditating? It's just sitting quiet without your phone, without music, without TV, just for like 5, 7, 11 minutes. If it's new, you can just start small, 7 minutes, and just let your brain filter out different type of thoughts. If you're a praying person, you need to pray. If you want to read your Bible or your Quran or whatever you do, then read. Do that. Tap into that. You want to praise, listen to praise music, I don't know. Whatever your thing is, you need to tap into your spirituality, because from what I'm seeing here, there's a strong connection to that. That's the advice for you. That's what your soul needs to hear. Because once you do that, I just see that there's no limit, to where you can go. Your travel could pick up. Whatever you're trying to build, whether it's a home or a business, these things can pick up for you and expand and go to new heights. Okay, so that's it. That's what I got for you, Capricorns. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. If you're already a subscriber, thank you. I appreciate you. Leave a comment. Let me know if I'm resonating, hitting home, or let me know, was it a hit or miss? It's a whole bunch of Capricorns out there. So I try to, I can only go by the energy I feel. But if you want a personal reading specifically to you, way more detail, then, email me, leave me a message, let me know. I do provide personal readings now. So thank you for watching. Share some love, share some lights, enjoy your life, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.